Alright, what's up everybody, it's Sam from Bet. In this video we're doing almost the full card predictions for UFC Fight Night 194, Dern versus Rodriguez. This will be rather a quicker video, guys. The reason is I was still not able to go through the entire card. I'm almost there, but still I decided to share what I have until now so you guys can take a look on my thoughts. If I have anything else to add, I will add as comments, so feel free to come back to the video. And I'll have there my comments on the upcoming fights pinned and whatnot. Alright, so guys, you see here the spreadsheet, and if you have never seen my channel before, I do MMA predictions. I'm a handicapper. I have experience of betting MMA and UFC for more than 10 years. So I put up this to make it more clear. Hopefully this is clear enough for most of the people. If you don't understand much, there's a video where I explain this into a little bit more details, and there's a link in the description. Alright, so what we're doing here, talk about the picks that I have and the only bet, straight bet that I have, and then I'll talk about the prop bets that I'm taking. All right, and if you wish to support the channel, I have a Patreon. I can show you guys in the end. All right, so there are some fights actually have been canceled. This has been canceled. Between ROmanov versus Vanderaa, I'm picking ROmanov but not betting the fight. Sabina Mazo versus Mariya Agapova, picking Mazo but not betting. Team Elliott versus Matheus Nicolau, picking Elliott, betting him. The only bet that I have like straight and parlaying. Steve Garcia and Garcia Ontiveros. I'm sorry about the noise, guys. That's not able to. I don't have a mute button on my keyboard. So yeah, between Steve Garcia and Garcia Ontiveros, I'm picking Garcia but not betting. Gutierrez versus FElipe Colares, I'm picking Gutierrez but betting Colares by decision only. Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez, I'm picking and betting Rodriguez by decision. Randy Brown versus GOoden, I'm picking Brown but not betting. And Halls versus the ROman has been cancelled. Alright. So like I told you guys, let me first show you guys talk about the comment on the fights, then I'll talk about the prop bets that I'm taking. Right. So guys, between Garcia and Ontiveros, I expect this to be a chaotic fight. Ontiveros is a guy that used to come forward actually he doesn't even come too much forward. Ontiveros, he tries to stay on the outside, kicking your legs, and when the opportunity presents, he tries to swing, to trade with the guys. The thing is that Ontiveros doesn't seem to be the most physically strong guy, even though he's coming down to lightweight in this fight, which is pretty interesting because he's not a small welterweight. At the middleweight he was probably undersized, but welterweight he's not small because he's a tall guy, he's a lean one, and he's coming down to lightweight, which makes things interesting here. But he's fighting the Mean Machine, who's probably he lives up to the nickname here. Garcia comes forward hard. This guy is ready to bang, and he comes to your face, starts swinging, he kicks, he can do a little bit of everything, but he's mostly like a brawler on the feet, and he fought as a featherweight, which is incredible because this guy is like 6 feet tall and he's a pretty, thick guy, like he's not that muscular, but has a big frame, like large bones and whatnot. So he's coming up to lightweight, which I think is probably good for him because I'm not sure how much he depleted himself to the featherweight division, but it could be interesting here, this part, guys that are fighting the lightweight division. Like I said, Ontiveros coming down, maybe he can take some shots there, but he's fighting Garcia. Garcia is a guy that hits hard, and he has accuracy. So I expect again that Ontiveros is gonna be KO'd here. But I'm curious whether Garcia starts landing, drops him, but doesn't finish him, because Ontiveros, like I said, lean guy, and Garcia, he comes like guns blazing, he could slow down, I haven't seen him slowing down much, so he seems to have a good cardio, but he could slow down because of the style, since he swings so hard. So I'm curious to that, but still I think Garcia is quite a strong pick here. In my lock of the night and top 2 parlays, I have Garcia there. If you wish to take a look into that, feel free to join the Patreon. But it's rather quite tricky here because Garcia, doesn't have that much experience and has some holes in his game as well. On to the next fight, Gutierrez versus FElipe Colares. Actually, this is a good one. Gutierrez is the favorite here. This guy is a very good striker, nasty calf kicks to the legs, and he also, good straight shots. He's a patient guy, lots of angles, keeps touching until the opportunity opens up, and then he can crack too. Good sprawl, good takedown defense, underhooks, not bad escapes, not easy to submit, FElipe Colares, a guy that comes, shooting right off the bat, he will shoot here. He'll try to push Gutierrez to the ground, take his back, submit him. I don't think he will do the submission part, but there's a decent chance that Colares gonna take this to the ground, and Chris Gutierrez can be controlled. Gutierrez could become gun shy, because Colares doesn't care. He's gonna get hit, but he's gonna keep coming, and Gutierrez cannot open up too much, not to keep getting taken down. Now, Colares is not the best wrestler, which make these things tricky here if you like Colares. But guys, it's a rather weird fight to predict, because I'm rather curious to see if Colares can again do what he does and wait on Gutierrez and push him against the cage, keep trying to wrestle. There's a chance that he can, So my betting here is Colares by decision. I was able to find this line at plus 350. Actually, I got him at plus 450, so to me even better. And there's value on Colares in my opinion, because Chris, he could finish Colares. There is little chance for submission on Chris' side. Colares could submit Chris in a rear naked choke or something, but not likely. Gutierrez has good submission defense, like I said. So Colares by decision to me makes sense. I have like 20-25% that this could happen. So this line I would like already, but plus 450 to me, this is the way to go on that fight. So this fight has been cancelled. This as well. Matheus Nicolau versus Tim Elliott. Another good one here, guys. This is a tricky one to call in my opinion, but became an interesting one to bet. My only bet on this card in terms of straight bets, because Nicolau, the problem is this guy is talented. He's young, he's a big and strong flyweight. He's talented, he can hit hard, great submission game. The problem that this guy is passive. He sits back, he waits, and when he comes forward, he doesn't look good. He looks like sloppy. When he shoots, he's pretty good. The takedowns entries are pretty good. But on the feet, striking Nicolau is a counter striker. He's not a guy when he takes front foot, he opens up like with mistakes and whatnot. Tim Elliott, quite the opposite. More like tenacious guys right in there. Ready to get into the fire and win fights based on determination and greatness and whatnot. This guy comes forward. He is improving quite a bit through the years, his technique. Now he has good jabs, he feints a lot, he gets inside of guys, he swings, then he shoots, then he keeps pushing, so he added a good flow to his game. It's gonna be interesting because Nicolau gonna have the fight that he wants, Tim gonna bring to him, but you can argue that Elliott has a style to beat Nicolau as well, because Nicolau gonna sit back and wait, and if he cannot land clean on Elliott, he's gonna lose the decision, Simple as that. Nicolau gonna try to shoot, Elliott has good takedown defense, he can reverse those positions, and even if he gets taken down, he's not gonna get submitted by Nicolau most likely, even though Elliott has 5 submissions losses, I don't think there's that much chance that Nicolau submits Elliott, So Elliott by decision is by far the best bet here, but I also put that I'm betting him here because there's value on Elliott at plus 160, plus 155, alright? So like I said, expect that Elliott comes forward. We'll see if Nicolau finds a clean shot on the counter, or can take him down and not expect that Elliott scrambles and pushes the pace, and could be close. I have this as a 50-50, so to me makes sense to bet Elliott. On to the next fight, Alexander Romanov versus Jared Vanderaa. This is a weird one to call, guys, because Romanov, in some fights, he looks amazing, this guy can do everything, he's so fast, explosive, he's a big guy for the division, can do everything, he's definitely the better wrestler here, that's why he's such a strong favorite, to at least, should be to my eyes, but this guy, you saw how much he guessed against Juan Espino. Now Vanderaa, guys, this guy is pretty a decent kickboxer, that's pretty much it, he uses to win when he can basically push the pace and beat the guy in the front foot. I don't see this much happening here. Romanov has the speed, has the power, has the size, has the wrestling, the grappling, you name it, So Romanov is a strong favorite, but he's like minus 700, minus 800. To me, it's too much, guys. I'm passing there, But I don't see Vanderaa winning here, unless, I don't know, decision maybe. If Romanov explodes, even a draw maybe, you know, Romanov 10-8, and then he guesses badly, and Vanderaa wins a boring, not wins, but gets the edge on the second and third round. You know, it may sound, you know, crazy or that I'm talking nonsense here, but I don't know. This the only way I see Jared Vanderaa winning is this way. You know, if Romanov guesses badly from the second, which makes a draw possible. You know, if he wins a 10-8. Or if you like Vanderaa, go by decision. You know, should be a massive value there on Vanderaa by decision. Actually, I may even take this bet myself. You know, I didn't put there, but now that I'm talking about it, maybe it makes sense to bet Vanderaa like a tiny amount by decision. You know, Sabina Mazo versus Mariya Agapova. Another quite chaotic fight here, guys. The reason is sorry that I'm gonna be editing this while talking. The reason is like. It depended on Agapova, to be honest, you know, because she looked, you know, I bet forgot Shayna Dobson there, you know, I was the only one saying out there, and I appeared as a genius after that. You know, the thing is that you know what to expect to Agapova, at least before you knew what to expect from her. You know, she's gonna come like guns blazing. If she doesn't finish her opponent, she loses, you know, the fight. I don't think she's gonna keep that style here. She would be fool to do it against Mazo. I don't think she can finish Mazo. Mazo has all the skills to beat Agapova, you know. So I mean, technical skills on the feet. She also has a quite decent takedown defense, you know. Agapova, she forces the issues. She doesn't have much technique, but she's super young. She could bring a totally different version here, different version here. So it's a quite tricky fight, guys. I'm gonna be passing on this one. You know, I was tempted to parlay in Mazo and whatnot, but I'm gonna be passing there. You know, even though I think she wins, she should be able to find a clean shot when Agapova gets inside, even finishing Agapova in round 2 again. If Agapova comes crazy as she did all the time, you know, Mazo from the second round she could finish. You know, Mazo by decision I'm putting here. But I'm gonna be passing on this one, guys. I'll just sit and watch. Let's see what happens here. Actually, need to take a look on Mazo by decision. But it's so weird that you know, they could be chaotic. They could finish each other. So I don't know. Maybe better to pass this one. Randy Brown is Jared GOoden in the co-main event. This should be a fun one. You know, I was waiting for the weightings to see how they look like. My goodness, Jared GOoden is a big guy, isn't he? You know, so the size of those arms. So. Guys, I still expect that Randy Brown be the fighter that he is here, you know, on the outside, you know, touching and go as he does, you know, keep touching Jared GOoden. Brown still is dangerous, you know, this guy doesn't back down from a brawl. He hits hard himself, you know, he can do a little bit of everything, even though not much wrestling, you know. Grappling is pretty decent from his back, he struggles, you know, even though he's super long. He can get some submissions on you know, but he wouldn't submit Jared GOoden. GOoden has the BJJ credentials, but I'm not impressed from what I've seen, at least to this point. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, so maybe he got a black belt, and if you know something about this, let me know in the comments, but maybe GOoden got a black belt in a small gym or something, you know, but if they go to war, gonna be interesting, you know. I would like to see them going to war, you know, because then I think GOoden chances increase quite significantly. But rather than that, I see Brown on the outside touching, you know, being able to edge a clear decision on GOoden. Actually, you know, Brown by decision, now that I'm again talking about it, I haven't seen the odds on this one. Let's take a look together. This makes sense, you know, because GOoden, I think if he starts getting hits, he's not gonna like it, and he can shut down and just lose 30-27, something like this, you know. Brown also, I don't think Brown gonna risk that much again against a guy like Jared GOoden. So Brown by decision, maybe an interesting prop bet as well here. The main event, Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez. Good fight, guys. This is has obviously big implications in the strawweight division. Dern, you know, she's a BJJ elite level. You know, this girl from the top, she's nightmare. You know, she passes. She has good ground and pound, and that submission game. She doesn't even have much ground and pound, I think, right? Her submission game, you know, is excellent. She keeps you know, scrambling, keep finding openings on girls, you know. From her back, she's good too, you know, and she has a tenacious takedown game. She gets single legs, push girls against the cage, keep, you know, trying. She goes body lock, she takes the back and pulls girls to the ground. She's more physical than Rodriguez here, which is which is why she's a strong favorite, you know, in the bookies. But I'm not that convinced, you know, and the reason is I'm expecting that Dern wins the first round most decisive, it's the second two. From there, things gonna become interesting, in my opinion, you know, if Rodriguez doesn't get submitted, and I don't think she will, because she has good submission defense, even against an elite grappler as Dern, you know. I think Rodriguez is gonna get taken down the first two, and then we're gonna see Rodriguez striking coming up, you know, she will try to bang, you know, she has to, that's what she does, she's gonna try to use her boxing and keep touching Dern and land a heavy right hand behind. I'm 50-50, guys. I ended up taking Rodriguez by decision just because I don't think they're gonna finish each other. I could see Dern, you know, slowing down from the third. Rodriguez being able to get off more damage, you know, but there is a chance that Dern submits Rodriguez. Rodriguez could also finish Dern, you know, like with a clean strike and then follow up on the ground, or, you know, accumulate damage from the third round. So it's not impossible that they finish each other, but to me, the best bet here is by far fight go this distance, you know, because it's at plus 200. I see value there. All right. So guys, this is what I wanted to comment with you guys. So let's take a look in the props together. First of all, if you wish to jump in my Patreon, I have for $15 all the props that I'm taking, and for $50 all the bets that I'm taking. So I have these props for you guys, you know, as the best props. I talk about FElipe Colares by decision. I didn't and Elliott. I didn't talk about Rosa. I'm taking this more like based on my memory. You know, I generally don't do, but I will try to take a look and corroborate that to you guys later on. But let's take a look on these props together, and let's start off with those that I commented. I thought that they were a good idea. So Brown and GOoden by decision. Let's see, Brown by decision against GOoden. Let's see this one. Brown by decision plus 250 in some bookies. This is rather interesting, guys. I like this prop. I would take myself, you know. So Randy Brown by decision, it makes sense, you know. And I said about ROmanov and Vanderaa. The draw, it's January. January the draw is pretty good price, you know. It should be like plus 5,000, something like this, you know. So I don't know if it's here, but I'll take a look in that draw that I said. And Vanderaa by decision, let's see, you know, like plus 1,300. There is value there, you know, no doubt, you know, because at least, you know, 10-15% on Vanderaa by decision, I would see it, you know, so it makes sense on this one, you know, from plus 1,000 I would take it. Let's see on my calculations. I don't quite remember this one that I had on here. Yeah, Vanderaa by decision, I have my like 15%, so it makes sense. It makes sense to get Vanderaa from plus 700 by decision. I'll take this prop, you know, and I'll also take the prop that I said on Brown by decision. I'm having like 25%, which I think is quite accurately calculated. So plus 250, I said, right? I think this is it's a good one, right? So rather than that, guys, I think everything that I had, I commented to you guys. I'll add more comments later on. And thank you guys for watching. And if you wish to support the channel, just real quick, for $5 you have the lock of the night and top 2 parlays. You can show your appreciation to the channel. It's a small amount. From 10, it's the early releases, so you can hear my thoughts on future cards, combine your bets, you know. I'll be honest, not always I can. This was an example that I was not able to do it, you know, because I was busy with my work over the week. But most of the time I come up with this, you know, and this is you can anticipate this, get the cards with in an early market. For 15, it's all the props that I take line by line, so you can compare to this, you know. And I show the amount in these videos. When I comment about the props, I say that I'm taking them, but in general I don't show the amount. And for 50 is the ultimate package. You can show all your appreciation to the channel. I put the bets that I take in early markets, you know. I have bets already on UFC 267 and whatnot. So I try and I put line by line everything I'm doing. All right. Again, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'll talk to you next time. This is Sam from ROmanov. Bring the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.